Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Manner of Speaking episode 5. I'm Phil, I'm your host. I'm late, I know, I'm sorry. It's currently Sunday now, and usually I try and film on a Friday morning even. Main reason why I've been late, I've literally been up to up to my ears is a bit of an understatement, but up to my hairline actually, in terms of things to do. There's still a lot of packing that needs to be done. I'm still having to do everything around here because I'm the only able-bodied person here. Many arguments with my dad, etc, etc, etc. I think you get the picture. It's stressful. It's because I've got 1 week left before I go back. In fact, actually, I have only got 1 week left. Because it's now Sunday just checking the date, Sunday the 18th. And I'm going to try and move in on the 26th, which is in 8 days' time. Main reason is so I can avoid the mad rush of freshers coming in, and also because there's more chance of getting a space in the car park, so I can unload stuff to my residence, which is good. I'm going to have to do it in 2 trips, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Right. The other week as well, it was also the 10-year anniversary of the tragic events of September 11th, like all the tragic events of 9/11. The Twin Towers came crashing down, hijacked planes, etc, etc, etc. When it actually happened, it is quite weird actually. When it actually happened, I was about I was 11. I was just starting secondary school. So I was a bit young to understand the full nature of what was going on. But when someone said to me, there's been a big accident in America, I was like, what happened? The Twin Towers in New York, the World Trade Center, has just come crashing down, and that is bad, right? That is very bad. It is pretty bloody terrible. Well, surely America, the richest nation in the world, will be able to recover from that fairly easily. That was at a time when I didn't understand the gravity of the situation. So so what I said there was coming from the mind of an 11-year-old. It's obviously not the opinions of me in present day, i.e. 21, nearly 22. And then nearly 10 years later, like 10 years, take a few months, it ended. We found the one responsible and put him down. So it would seem that that's it. Story closed. Story closed. They've already begun work on the new World Trade Center. There's the monument to all those that have died since, like the 2 monuments where the old World Trade Center used to be, which are now fountains. I've seen the pictures from like from bird's eye view cameras, like in the sky cameras. I'm fumbling all over the place there, I'm sorry. And the pools there, actually, the fountains, they do look quite nice, actually. When I first saw them, I thought that's the monument there, some pools. But come to think of it, I've grown on them actually, and they look really pretty. But anyway, another thing I want to talk about actually is things that you wouldn't necessarily find funny, but yet do. I found a few things that are like that, as of late. I think it might have been actually to do with the fact that Mock the Week has now come back on the telly, which is something that I love. However, I'm seeing it a lot in things like films and TV series as well. One thing that springs to mind right now is Jason Statham. He is a brilliant actor. He's kind of typecast, unfortunately, but he is still a brilliant actor. I love watching him. I mean, one of my favourite films I've seen him in is The Transporter. I'm very sure that it's not meant to be a comedy, but yes, I can't help finding finding things that he does and things that he says just funny. So it's things like the transporter, it's things like Crank as well. Either he's got to keep his heart rate up, otherwise he'll die. Sniffed a lot of drugs. He's now got to keep his heart rate high, otherwise he'll die. So he goes around and does crazy and ridiculous things. Yeah, crazy and ridiculous things which would probably be illegal in most places, like most places in America, most other countries. But still, I can't help but laugh. And I suppose that that's something else that I want to ask everybody watching this. Other examples of things that you really shouldn't find funny, but yet do. Not necessarily evil things, but just things that aren't meant to be funny. They're meant to be serious. They're meant to be you know poignant, I suppose. But yet you can't help but laugh. Those films are some of mine. Like things like The Transporter and Crank. I was about to say Pirates of the Caribbean as well, I think those were made with the intention of it being funny. And coming back to Pirates of the Caribbean, actually, I don't think saw anything in the small print that said, notice to kids, piracy is a bad thing. If you do this, you will likely hang, you will likely die. Do not try anything that you see here at home. Especially do not try the idea that they had in the fourth film with the goat, the trumpet, and somebody going, because you will look a pillock. I don't think I saw that in the small print actually, and that is an important thing to put in there. But yet, if they're thinking of making a sequel, which apparently they are, don't know who they're going to get as a director. I mean, they were thinking of things like, they were thinking of people like Tim Burton actually, because he's done a lot of work with Johnny Depp in the past. Like Sweeney Todd, Alice in Wonderland. I think he did Edward Scissorhands as well. I haven't seen it, but I've been told it's good. But still. And I have now run out of things to say as well. Actually, I am really sorry, but this week has been uneventful. I have to admit, because all I've been doing is packing, clearing, arguing, cooking, and that's pretty much it. Actually, I know I had a couple of friends that have moved to university now, so I've tried to offer a bit of support. Try to offer try to offer someone to talk to if anything goes wrong. So it's really now just a case of waiting, really. 8 days left until I can move the first batch of stuff in. But after that, after a conversation with my family, I think we're going to have to do it on Monday and Wednesday, because Dad's got something to do on Tuesday. Don't know what it is because he won't say, which is annoying, to say the least. But hey, we're going to have to do it Monday, Wednesday. It's going to mean that I'm going to miss out on a lot of the freshers stuff. Although I had a look at the events page of the residence that I'm staying at, and it seems as though it's only things like DVD nights, afternoon tea with the staff. There are bound to be other events like that on later in the year anyway, like for example, Wii games nights, PS3 games nights, film nights, or if there's enough that want it, chipping in to watch something on the Sky box office, like one of the sporting events. Maybe it's a Super Bowl, maybe it's a football game that we're all interested in. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. For the time being, I'm going to end it there. This is probably going to be a short video. It seems like this is a short video because I've only spoken about a couple of things actually. So I'll try and get it uploaded as soon as I can, and I shall see you soon. Maybe next week I'll broadcast from my new place. Well, there's no other word for it. It's a palace. In fact, actually, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to not record this coming Friday or this coming Sunday. I'm going to wait until next week when I can record from my palace, because there's no other word for it, it's gorgeous. So, I'll see you then.